Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of P Valley. I was about to call it something else, child. Anyway, it is season 2, episode 8, and it was titled The Death Drop. Alright, y'all, before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Alright, so we see Mercedes. She up on the pole, she practicing and stuff like that. But basically, she really trying to see if like her shoulder is back in order. Because remember, she had injured her shoulder. So now she trying to see if she can really, hold herself up there. She's still having difficulties and whatnot. So she end up getting down and she start crying. Uncle Clifford hear her crying and stuff and like, ain't no crying up in the paint, baby. Ain't no crying up in the paint. So maybe that shoulder problem is all up in your head, okay, and not in your shoulder. So she like, well, maybe that pink problem is up in your head and not in your hand. You're like, you need to play your cards or whatever. So she basically tell her like, look, we both got to try to get what we want. We'll get what we want, okay? Basically, that's what she was saying. So then we see Lil Murder. He got his hair dyed black or all black. Because remember, he had like the strip blonde in it, I want to say. Or was it? Yeah, it was blonde. Because they were saying Cisco. So he had that strip of blonde in his hair. But now it's like all black. And Uncle Clifford shaving Murder in the back of his head and stuff like that. So he on hold. We don't know what he on hold for. But later we found out it's for the hospital. And then he rushing Uncle Clifford and all that other stuff. And she like, well, where you got to go? Where you got to go? He like, nowhere, nowhere. She like, you sure do got a whole lot of secrets, little Mercus. Little Mercus. I'm telling you, that Murder, if you wanted to come out. Little Marcus, I thought we, and so she was like, but I ain't gonna be one of them. He was like, look, I thought we got past that or whatever like that. She was like, just because you gave me some olive branch booty don't mean we can get past this. That wasn't no olive branch booty. That was I trust your ass booty, because I don't know where you been. Well, I don't know where you been. I don't know where you been. I don't know. So they going back and forth. And so then Lil Murder was basically like, well, wherever I've been, best believe it was protected or whatever. Were you? And so she like that. I said, I guess that's a no. And so then they finally get off hold and it's the hospital. So Uncle Clifford checking in on his grandma or whatever. So she was like, Clifford, it's the same answer I gave you 45 minutes ago. Like, it's the same, no updates. Like, no news is good news. All right, to have you a good day. She hangs up the phone. I said, damn. So then she ends up grabbing her keys and leaving out. We see Mercedes running with the dog or whatever. And so we see all these people on the street, like across the street from her, whatever. And then they part ways. And then we see his mane. So here go Blackie Mile running up to him and stuff. I said, these pit bulls ain't shit. They is such big babies. And they so sweet. Pit bulls get a bad name, but they are sweet dogs. Anyway, she like, Blackie Mile, oh, hey, man. I know you. What you doing? He like, that Rona, they had to let boy go. She was like, so you free again? Well, not really. So he still got another box on his arm, on his leg again. I hope he don't give it to the big boy with the burgers again. Because if he do, he gonna go back to jail. So anyway, they flirting with each other and stuff. And she said that she missed him too. And she tried calling him. And he was saying, it's hard to talk up in there. And he tell her that his shooters is throwing a party. And, will she be his date? Unless you up there, you're gonna be shaking your ass up in the club. So she tell him, like, look, the paint closed down for a little bit because the Rona or whatever. So, I'm going to try to move around some things. So he was like, I like when you move around some things. She like, oh, okay. Well, come on, Blackie Mile. Come on. So then she going back to her place. We see Autumn. She at the diner. Then we see Keyshawn. She come up behind her or whatever. So she like, I'm here for a pickup and stuff. So she like, look, girl, I don't got long. She was like, okay. She slid her birth certificates. Keyshawn slid Autumn her birth certificates. So she was like, all you need is my birth certificates for the passport. She was like, yep, that's all I need. I'll get you 3 nice passports ready for you. So she was like, oh, well, how did you get out? She was like, well, I told him I was craving some bacon fries or whatever. And so then she started saying like this was the first date. And she was like, well, things ain't go the way you thought they was gonna go. She said, sure didn't and stuff. And she was like, well, what's your plan? She was like, well, I don't know. So she was like, well, the pink about to reopen. I want you to be the headliner or whatever. She was like, what? She was like, just asking, can you be the headliner? He can get the money from the floor, but you can get the money from the door or whatever. And then once you get your money, you want them kids go ahead and skedaddle up out of here or whatever. And she like, oh, okay, well, where you going to go? So she was like, well, I'm tell see, you done broke the rule number 1. don't tell nobody where you going, even the people that's helping you or whatever. She was like, okay, okay. And so she ends up getting ready to leave. She got her food and stuff. So she was like, well, I looked up Haley, what's her last name, child? Something with a C. And it's Colton. Was it Colton? I don't know, child. She was like, and they said she drowned in a river in Texas or whatever. She was like, but yeah, here I am sipping coffee at a diner. I said, So the whole time I had thought, y'all, for real, I thought Haley had gave her a cell phone, and the cell phone had her phone number programmed in it. I know that she was basically telling her like to Google her. I didn't know that, y'all. I was thrown off, so my bad. Anyway, what had happened, child? Lord, this is where I lost it. So on the TV, it's a commercial. And you know how they do them campaign commercials or whatever. So it's a campaign commercial about Andre. And it's basically saying Andre lied. His daddy not dead. Because remember he said his daddy died when he was 7 and stuff like that. But his daddy for real in jail for murder. So his daddy in jail. Everybody in the diner like, oh my God, I thought he was good. And here go the waitress. See, that's a nigga. I knew a nigga when I saw one. And they all like, they not going to vote for him and stuff like that because he was a liar or whatever. And so then we see Corbin. He in the house or whatever. Because, you know, that's where they had that little campaign hub or whatever. He mad. He pissed off. So he yelling at Andre, I told you to tell me everything that was how all the skeletons in the closet. I told you to tell me or whatever like that. He was like, well, what I'm supposed to do? Put I'm a murderer. Put that on the t-shirt. He was like, I should, because I'm paying everything up in here. And he was like, well, you proud of your father? Look, as soon as you start dishing out some money for this campaign, you can start talking to me about my daddy or whatever. And then it's another commercial. So it's about Pastor Woodbine. So it's like she a prostitute. She done used drugs. She done assaulted people. All this shit, right? And so he was like, well, they ain't the only people. You ain't the only person they coming after or whatever. So then the news broadcaster come up to Pastor Woodbine, right? And so they like, well, how you feel about this? I'm sorry. Because I fucking lost it. What she said. He was like, well, how you feel about what came out or whatever? She was like, I told y'all I was the hoe. I've been sucking lots of dicks. She said, I sucked a lot of dicks in my day. I've been from county to county or some shit. And she was like, and I bitch slapped a few hoes. Girl, I died. Do you hear me? She was like, but today I'm a woman of God. And I hold so y'all can fly. I said, oh my God, I'm finna put that on a goddamn t-shirt. That shit had me dying. I said, no, she did. I told y'all I hold back in the day. He was like, well, at least she owning her shit. Like, you need to come out and own your shit. I was dying. Oh, God. But anyway, we see Haley. She ended up calling him. He declined to call or whatever. So then we see Keyshawn. She in the kitchen washing dishes or whatever. Here go Derek. He done brought her some Louis V's or whatever. So he go to put them on her feet. Child, they too small. She like, they too small, Derek. He was like, they size 7. Well, you know, my feet done swelled up since I had 2 babies. He like, oh, I can't do nothing right. I said, this nigga need meds. The fuck wrong with him? He like, I'll do anything, baby. Just tell me what you need. I'ma change. Don't give up for me, baby. So he on his hands and knees and shit. He like, look, I fix up your room. I fix it up so you can go back on there and, you know, you start selling stuff on it. And I don't want to go back up there. I want to do stuff online. All right. What you want to do? You want to go back on tour? You can go back on tour and dance on tour. You can do that, baby. No, I don't want to go on tour. Derek, I don't want to go on tour. You want to dance at the Pink? What you want to do? You want to dance at the Pink? Yeah, but that place just being bad things, you know, but that's why I feel free at, Derek. You're like, okay, baby, okay. I said, child, like, oh my, she got him wrapped around her finger, but he abusive as fuck, so he got to go. Like, he just got to go. She got to go, and then he got to go. Like, go on, slip in a river with an alligator or something. Like, do that, okay? But anyway, we see Corbin. He goes to his half brother's office and stuff because that was the person who was putting up the ad. So he mad at him, talking about you put his secrets out there. If we don't become mayor and stuff, then the deal with the casino is underway. So if this don't come through or whatever, then your ass, just you responsible. Because he basically like passed the Woodbine and went up. She didn't went over you. So like she leading right now. So he like, no, this ain't on me or whatever. And so then he was like, what if I start putting out daddy's secrets or whatever? He was like, you is daddy's secret, because he was sleeping with your mama, the slave, and all this other stuff. He going in. So then Corbin looking like, well, damn, you ain't had to pull my card. But I mean, it was the truth. He was like, well, look, you get mad because what did he say? This your fault, because when it was time to sell, you wanted to save the goddamn Pank. And why? Because I ain't, what do you say? Because Wyatt locked you in the cellar and then I stomped on your firehouse truck or fire truck or whatever like that. Like, this on you. So Corbin again saying there looking stupid. I'm like, well, I mean, but then I'm like, well, Wyatt locked him in the cellar. The fuck? What kind of playtime is that? Like, we don't do that around here. Anyway, we see Georgie, the widow, and she getting her hair done and stuff like that. And I'm like, Coke cans? The fuck? Like, they actually use that in white soap? I don't know. I don't know. So she got Coke cans in her head, getting big curls and stuff. And then Haley walk in, and then here go the damn hairdresser talking about something. Ma'am, Shanae's beauty salon is down the block. I said, not Shanae. Bitch, what you know about Martin? And no, you didn't be racist. That gotta be racist somewhere. Somewhere they got to be racist. Like, ma'am, no. So then anyway, they start talking. She was like, well, did you come in here to tell me you accepted my offer or whatever like that? And she was like, no. That's not what I came to tell you. Unless the contract is for 10 million on it. So then the widow, she like, can y'all all leave and stuff like that? Can you and your shampoo girl go on in and leave? So it looked like it was still a patron underneath the hair dryer. She said, my hair finna dry, bitch. I don't care what y'all talking about, okay? So then Georgie, she light a cigar. She like, I love a woman who know her worth and who know her beauty. And you know both. So you are dangerous. But you know what? You don't know when your worth is declining right now. I'm trying to give you 5 million. My husband tried to give you nothing for the paint. Y'all always talking about reparations and shit. Here you go. I said, these racist ass bitch. Oh, okay. So she like, Haley like, without the paint, you ain't got no casino. She like, nope. We ain't got no casino without the people. And it look like we might not have the casino because it look like Pastor Woodbine is winning in these elections or whatever. And Kaylee was like, well, we hope that she fail. Well, hope ain't gonna get you nothing. But 5 million is my last and final offer. And she was like, okay. So then she turned and walked away. She was like, girl, if you walk up out of here, you're going to be losing out on some money. And you better hope that it's going to be at the polls or whatever. She was like, okay, well, I see you at the polls. Okay. I said, oh, child. Now, y'all playing now. You're playing because what if if he don't get this election, if Andre don't win this election or the other brother don't win this election, girl. But I think they might. I don't know about Andre. Corbin brother might win. I don't know about Andre. Unless Andre go out there and apologize to the people for lying and say that, he'd rather say his daddy was dead than claim his daddy because his daddy a murderer or something like that. Something. Pull on the people's heartstrings. But anyway, we see Murder. He went down to see Teak because Teak is in the funeral home or whatever. And he tell Wody that, he did a good job and stuff. And he got the little outfit for him and stuff like that or whatever. And so then Murder asked Wody, like, ain't you tired of burying niggas or whatever like that? And he was like, well, something like you played deaf or something. He was like, well, Rome got what he was asking for or whatever. He was like, man, don't say that to me or whatever. He was like, you can't play God. What did he say? I don't know what he said. No, Murder had said, don't say that to me. I'm sorry, y'all. Then he was like, no, man, Ron was a rapist, a player hater. He had to go or whatever like that. Nigga had to get got. So then he was like, well, you can't be playing God, man. He was like, we all God. We all the devil. and we all the devil too or whatever. He was like, well, why you ain't talking about this tape you got? And so then he was like, man, I don't know. So he was like, Rome showed Keyshawn. He was like, look, I was 15 and nigga had to do what he had to do to get this money, keep a roof over their mama head and all that stuff like that. Only God can judge me. And so then Wally was like, well, ain't nobody gonna judge you, man, because he gone. He was like, well, what if he already, put the tape out? So then Wally like, oh shit, I ain't thinking about that. So then he was like, well, if he sent it, I'll handle it. He was like, man, you good at handling shit, man. You good at handling shit. He was like, man, why me, Wody? Why me? He's like, one of us gotta make it out the mud, man. Why can't it be you? I said, oh man, Wody that ride or die, man. I need me a Wody in my life. But all this time, y'all, I had thought that the tape was between Murder and Teak, but it's not. And then I was like, okay, well, if it's not against Murder and Teak, then I was like, well, was they get filmed with him with Uncle Clifford? Like, did they get filmed? But no, it's like an old porno tape or something. I guess maybe, I don't know, it's on the black market. Like, how Ron get this tape? Unless Pico gave him the tape. But how Pico get the tape? Questions that need answers, y'all. Questions that need answers. Anyway, so then we see Uncle Clifford talking about this is the grand reopen. I said, damn, how many reads ain't gonna put on this? So then, what's his name? Big L was like, look, the prank is at 50%. You know that lady, she ain't gonna let us open up. And so, Uncle Clifford like, look, you need to be digging her down. You need to be digging that big booty bitch down or whatever like that. And so then they see Diamond, he tonguing them big booty over there and all this other stuff. So I ain't never think the nigga could smile and stuff. He was like, I heard that was the point. And so then Uncle Clifford ain't worried because he like, I got my bottom bitch back, she back or whatever like that. And so she was like, well, she gonna get crunk. The club gonna get crunk when they see her new dance or whatever. So Autumn was like, Mercedes, can I see your new dance? Oh, she ain't ready. She got to warm up. She ain't finished stretching yet. Oh, okay. Big Bone. Yes, boss. Can you put on something for Mercedes to dance to? Yes, boss. I said the fuck. Child. When Mercedes got up there, I said, oh, she on a struggle bus. I was cracking up. She was knocking the speaker over. She was looking a hot mess. I was dying, child. I was dying. Whisper Roulette over there, cracking the fuck up. I was cracking up. And so, Autumn like, our headliner ain't ready, okay? Because the Uncle Clifford getting mad. Turn that shit off, Big Bone. And so Mercedes like, well, you think Whisper and Roulette gonna headline? You got another thing coming. She was like, oh no, I don't think it's gonna be them. And then Mississippi walk in. Everybody looking like, the fuck? So of course Uncle Clifford going off. Roulette tell Whisper, bitch, this gonna be what she say? Bitch, this finna be good or whatever like that. Child, they arguing. You can hear Uncle Clifford and all them arguing and whatnot like that. And then in the back we see Roulette and Whisper telling Mississippi they want to grow up to be like her. They both wearing her lashes and stuff like that. And Uncle Clifford, he getting louder and louder. I mean, she getting louder and louder, child. She bad, okay? They end up, Roulette and Whisper end up doing a bump. Mercedes coming in, say hi to Mississippi. Mississippi say hi to her. Then she was like, well, anybody using my locker? She was like, you got some nerve asking that question. Of course not. They ain't use your vanity neither. She was like, oh, okay. Well, I never thought I'd be back. She was like, yeah, you must ain't had no other choice. She was like, and Mercedes, of course she understood because Mercedes' plan was to get up out of there on her last dance, which ain't never come, child. The last dance ain't never come. But anyway, we see Uncle Clifford. Now she got her stuff in the box, child. Somebody, I will take the jukebox too if it would fit in my Birkin. So she leave. She in the car crying, and then she sees like, one second, y'all. Okay, hopefully that stopped it was freezing up on me. But anyway, so she see in the back seat, she see her mama. And her mama died young. Like she was born, what, in 66 to 99? She died young. What happened? Did they ever say what happened to the mama, y'all? But anyway, her mama telling her, like, look, you need to go on here and let them tears come out. But, what she say? She was like, but bitches don't cry. Bitches just don't cry. They get even or whatever like that. I said, okay, well, mama had rules too. Okay. That's where Uncle Clifford got it from. Okay, or whatever. And so that's at the funeral, child. I said, see, they trying to make me cry because I like Teak, okay? But the crew, you know, they giving him all these chains. He got all this, I said chains. He got all this jewelry on him and stuff like that. And then murdered and wrote him a little letter, a little poem, a little song or something, child. And he put it in his hand. He was saying like, this is something to get you through that dark hole. I said, oh, Lord, no, not the dark hole. So then that one, child. And then we see one girl, she going through it. Oh, Lord. I said, well, that ain't his baby mama or nothing. I don't know who that is. But she was going through it. And then Murder, he going through it, child. And then they just put the body in the hearse for right now. And then like the OG's like, Murder, you see this shit, man? You see this shit, man? So he like, what? And then, child, it's Pico up there faking and baking, talking about something, yo, I made that man casket sharp, man. I made him casket sharp or whatever like that. And so they like, he taking shit, I can't get it out. He taking ownership of doing this. Like, what? Like, what the fuck he doing, man? Like, that ain't how I do it. So he like, of course the OGs is mad or whatever. And so look, they like, that's that flip-flopping ass, punk ass bitch Pico, man. Somebody need to teach his ass a lesson, nigga. Somebody need to teach his ass a lesson. So then they dab it up, they throw up the signs. I ain't gonna throw up no signs because I don't know if they mean something in real life. And I don't want people to come to my house ganging. Because I ain't in no gang. I don't do that stuff. So I ain't throwing up nothing. We just playing patty cake off this bitch. But anyway, so we see Mississippi, right? She out there doing it. She doing the thing. So of course Mercedes don't want nobody to outshine her. She trying, y'all. She's trying. Now Whisper Roulette talk about something. It's making me look like, what she saying? This reminded me of my grandma trying to put her Wi-Fi together. I was cracking up. I was dying. She all out of breath. I'm like, oh my God. So on the sideline, Roulette and Whisper, they talk about Jerry. He kept calling Roulette up because remember he had said he wanted to eat Whisper box out for 2 G's or whatever. So she like, look, you need to go on here and get this money and stuff. Whisper got to get her little crystal out and figure it out. And so then Roulette like, tell her to go and get this bank right now. So they talk about that on the sideline. Over here, we see all them telling Mercedes, like, look, girl, you is not ready. Like, you not ready. The club about to reopen. You need to rest. And then she get a call on her phone, Mercedes, from Terica, because there's the gummy bears pop up. I said, girl, if you don't change this goddamn song. So she leave out. Sheldon found out that Terica had an abortion. I guess Terica must have told her, like, girl, why would you do that? Like, duh. But she ends up, I guess, telling her. So then Shell, with her drunk ass, she come over there trying to tell Mercedes, like, you doing wrong. And she like, bitch, don't tell me about somebody doing wrong. You know why she ain't coming to you? Because you was up there drunk, passed out and shit. She ain't had time to talk to you or whatever. She was like, well, you can't be coming up here acting like you her mama and yada, yada, yada. And so then Terica, she's sitting there the whole time. She crying and whatnot. So then they rah, they going at each other and stuff like that. And so Terica ends up saying mama, and so both of them was like, yeah. And so Shell like, you ain't her mama just because you had took her for an abortion and shit like that don't make you her mama and stuff. She was like, look here, Shell, you need to take your drunk ass home. I'll call you a Uber or whatever like that. So Terica like, no, I'll take her home. She was like, girl, you need to go on in there and go on your roof. She was like, no, I know how to drive her. I'll take her home or whatever like that. And so she looking like, But Terica, she feel like she in the middle of them two because she want to spend time with Mercedes because that's her mom. And then she don't want to make Shell feel bad because she raised her or whatever like that. So they got this little girl in the middle and they need to work it out for real. We see Uncle Clifford. He ends up rolling up on Corbin. Corbin fixing something, child. I guess the water. And so they had that little exchange and stuff. And so he was like, Corbin was like, Pastor Woodbine gonna be a problem or whatever. And so Uncle Clifford is basically like, well, all she like the green dollar. All you gotta do is pay her off, and she gonna be okay. And so then Uncle Clifford was like, well, I don't understand how you, because Corbin was surprised, like, you helping me or whatever. And so Uncle Clifford like, look, I've been on you since you was knee high or whatever like that. The fact that you wanted to throw me underneath the bus and sell my establishment was cold blooded or whatever. So Corbin was like, business is business or whatever. And so she like, look, that my grandmom ain't teach me nothing. She taught me if you can't get to the water, bring the water to you or whatever like that. And so then all of a sudden the irrigation thing popped on and stuff. She was like, see, that's the word. You need to go and fix that. And then she gonna leave. And so then we see Whisper and Roulette. They in this hotel room smoking, twerking or whatever like that. Whisper is getting kind of nervous. She like, my left eye, my third eye twitching and my intuition is tweaking on 10. Like, girl, I can't do this. You think this gonna be fast? She was like, girl, this shit gonna be easy. All you gotta do is lay there. Let that nigga eat your box and get 2 G's. So she was like, all right. So then she give her a bump to calm her down or whatever. He at the door. And so he looking at Roulette like, oh yeah, I don't know if I can handle both of y'all. She was like, nigga, this ain't no buy one, get one free. Like, I'm security basically. If he was like, well, no, she gonna be a no. If I can't stay, you can't stay either. So then of course he like, all right, whatever. So we see Andre, he rewatching the commercial, child. I said, what the hell? And then he looking at a check that Haley had wrote him for $10,000. I said, what's that about? Did we find out what that 10K was about, y'all? Because I don't know. But anyway, she come over. She knocking at the door at this time, and she came over with some moonshine. He drinking straight moonshine out the glass. I said, damn. Your throat and your belly must be strong, because moonshine is rough. I ate some cherries and I'm like shit's strong. Anyway, so they having a conversation about why he lied and stuff, and he basically saying like having no daddy is better than having a daddy that's in jail for murder or whatever like that. And so she like, well, did you ask him what happened and stuff? And he like, no, because I don't want nothing to do with him. And so she was like, well, I don't know my people and stuff, and I'd rather have a daddy looking at him through the plexiglass and not having no daddy at all and stuff. And so then he was like, well, I just wanted to be better than him. And she like, you is better than him. Like, look, you finna be mayor of Chuckalisa and stuff. He was like, man, that dream over. She was like, you a punk bitch. You just gonna give up like that? She didn't say punk bitch, but she did call him out. And he like, look. I'm just saying. He was like, well, I was thinking about us, what happened last night. So he been thinking about her all day, okay? And so she was like, what? You didn't get enough? I left the check on the nightstand. He was like, yeah, I got that. But, I like sleeping with Lakeisha Savage at night. But I would love to wake up to Haley in the morning time. She was like, you want to do it again? And he was like, well, no. So you know how she played with him and stuff like that. And so then she had got this bright idea, because he said something about a fundraiser. And so then she was like, oh, I can give you Lakeisha Savage right now. Or Lakeisha Savage gonna give what you need. And it sounded like she was calling like some strippers up. So I don't know what that was about, y'all. Anyway, so we see Jerry, he eating the box or whatever like that. We hear Whisper, she moaning and stuff like that. Roulette in the bathroom playing Candy Crush, child, and she all excited because she done beat the round. I said, girl, did you beat the whole game or did you just beat that level? Like, she too hype. Who the Candy Crush champion? Oh, calm down, girl. But anyway, so he ends up finishing what he doing, and then he throws the money on the floor. Like, first of all, you being disrespectful, my dude. So she ends up counting the money, and she like, he $200 short, because Roulette came out the bathroom, was like, what's going on? And so he like, I ain't paying her $200 more, and I had to put in all the work, and she ain't even moan right and stuff. And I'm like, you eating her box. How much work did she need to, So, like, what? All right, whatever. And so then she had ended up saying like, you can't eat it right or whatever. If you want to do something with your tongue, what she say? Something like, you doing something with your tongue now, nigga, but you couldn't do it before. Like, you lucky I faked the orgasm. I said, oh my. Oh my. So then he started choking her. I said, oh no, nigga, no. See, that's why her third eye was twitching. So then Roulette got the gun out. So then he stopped. And so Whisper like, oh my God. I said, Whisper, shut up. And so he like, she like, how well about we play my favorite game? And so she was like, oh, I was like, oh, that's how she got her name roulette. And so then she put the thingy up to her head and then pulled the I said, oh my God. And so then she put it up to him, and she like, I got a good relationship with death. How about you? So he like, oh man, come on, man. I pay her the money. I was just playing, man. So she pulled it. And so I think she pulled it like twice on him. He like, oh shit, come on, man. Come on. I'm surprised he ain't pissed himself. So then she tell Whisper to take his clothes. And so Whisper looking like, what? Take his motherfucking clothes. All right, bitch. I mean, like, you want me to fold them? You want me to put them in a baggie? Like, what you want me to do with them, okay? And so then she like, get on your knees. So then Whisper like, she said, get on your motherfucking knees, bitch. I said, oh, now you hurting up. Okay, girl, okay. And so she like, open up your mouth. So then she put it in his mouth, something, and show me how you want her to mouth. So he like, and it was funny, but it was disrespectful. But anyway, so she got him sucking on the damn thing, talking about something, who got the dick sucking lips now, nigga? And so then we see them run outside with his clothes, because he butt booty naked, child. He ain't got nothing on. And so they run out to his car and everything, child. Run off, drive off with the car and everything, child. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. So then we see Pico. So then Pico come out dabbing everybody up. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, So then he walking through the woods, you know. Then he get a phone calls from his son and stuff like that. And then we see the shooter. They ready. They primed up. I said, oh my God, not murder? I mean, his name Lil Murder. But I didn't think it was like Lil Murder. Like, I mean, yo, I was surprised. But anyway, he like, man, look, Murder. I don't want no trouble, man. I ain't killed a man. I ain't killed a man. You know, everybody been clowning me for that fight we had and stuff like that. So, you know, and so Murder like, so you claiming bodies, but not the weight that come with it or whatever. And he's like, you know, white paint turned red. And he talking about, you know, the bullet to the head and all this other stuff. And then before I move on, at the funeral, they were saying like, not at the funeral, but you know, when they had showed Murder the Instagram post or whatever, one dude was like, man, he up here claiming the body, and they said he got robbed or whatever at gunpoint. Somebody tried to jack him for his car and stuff like that. And so then here go this one dude. Well, I had heard. Ain't nobody care what you had heard, man. Because I think they know that he killed himself, but they don't, you know, they don't want that out there. You know what I mean? Because he in the gang and stuff like that, so they don't really want that out there. But I was like, oh God, they shut him up. Nobody care what you think, man. I was dying. But anyway, he was like, man, no, man, I ain't do nothing, man. Come on, man. You know, I got, you know, my mama and stuff like that. Come on, man. You know, she need me, man. And, you know, I just had a son. You know, my son, he turned 6, and my baby mama, she pregnant again, man. I got another baby on the way. He was like, Tyson, right? Yeah, man. You know Tyson. All right. Yeah, well, I'm going to let him know his daddy level. Bah, 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 bah. I said, oh, shit. I was surprised. It surprised the hell out of me. I don't know about y'all, but it had surprised the hell out of me. So anyway, it's the block party for Maine. Sadie's roll up and stuff like that. And so she like, I guess the CFC don't care a fuck about the CDC. And he like, look, I don't know about no CDC, but I know the CFC love you. And so then they find out that Pico got shot. I said, damn, but he just got shot. Like, who? Whatever, child. So then they run off. Everybody, you know, run off or whatever like that. And I was like, oh damn, Murder and Maya on different sides. Dang, they should be linked up together. But they on 2 different sides. So then man was about to take off. She was like, no, man, stay. You just got out of jail. Come, let them handle it. Them people that who don't got no box on. So then he like, all right. He going to her spot. They sitting up there talking. And so then she said that she knew it was only 3 going in. What she say? She knew it was only going to be 3 people walking out or whatever. Mercedes was in that room with them when they had killed Montavious. Was she? I can't remember. Y'all may have to rewatch it. But she going through it or whatever. So she feeling like she like got the nightmare. She got the guilt and stuff. And she like, do they ever go away? And he like, no, they don't go away or whatever like that. She was like, well, how you deal with it? And he like, well, you got to do something good for other people. And then you got to pray about it and stuff. So he was like, well, maybe I could do something good for you. So he went about Shiki Wow Wow. And I thought she was going to be down for it because, you know, she was like, you know, to Maine and stuff like that. But she didn't. She was like, that ain't what I'm looking for or whatever. I'm looking for something different. So he was like, well, I hope you find what you're looking for. And then he'd leave. I'm like, well, we could have finished our conversation. Like, what the But he left. So then we see Uncle Clifford. She at her mama grave and she talking to her mama and stuff like that. And, you know, she shared some Crown Royal with her. And, you know, they just chatting. And then we see Pastor Woodbine. She on, because remember the mayor, the interim mayor had shut down her services or whatever, saying like, you know, it had to be 6 feet and all this other stuff. So now she doing it online and stuff. So she getting donations and stuff. And then she like, I have to give the crackers and stuff. And then a $10,000 donation roll. And she like, oh Lord, I don't know who Brer Rabbit is, but Jesus. I said, she's a hot mess. So then she finished the sermon and stuff, and then she go over there to the computer, and the girl, she like, well, I don't know who sent it, but it say cash me outside. So she like, So then she go walking outside. She like, Brer Rabbit, and it's Corbin. So then Corbin like, Pastor Woodbine, she like, well, soon to be Mayor Woodbine and stuff like that. And he like, well, you know, maybe you should just drop out the race. She like, see, you a light-skinned trickster. But at first I joined this race to be spiteful. But I see that the Lord put me in this spot. I know he do. Because this city know my knees and they know my soul. I said, oh my God. Not they know her knees. So he like, is that what you want? And she like, And so then he pulled out a brick of money, like, wow. Like, he was like, well, you know, won't you just hold this and, you know, pray on it or whatever like that, and let me know in the morning time what you think. You know, glory to God, glory to God. And then he gonna walk away talking about something. I got more where that come from. I said, well, you know, the mayorship ain't really all that bright. You know what I'm saying? So let's make a deal. That's what I'd have been saying. But you know, Pastor Woodbine, she gonna do something tricky. But she do like the money. She like that almighty dollar, baby. And then we see Roulette. She goes to the chop shop. And, you know, because white boy there. What is his name, y'all? Y'all know his name. But he there. Somebody put it. I'm not going to remember it. But put it down there in the comments for the other people. So, anyway, she like, I need this car busted down. He was like, well, I can bust you down in the back seat. She's like, but no. But they start sucking face and stuff like that. And she was like, baby, you can barely handle these lips right here. I know you can't handle these labias, because, baby, they on another level. He like, well, you know, I'm ready to, you know, dive in. You know? But she like, no. And so she was like, but just bust this down and stuff. So he was like, well, you know, ain't nobody finna come around and ask about this car. She was like, I got a high suspicion that ain't nobody gonna come around and ask about this car. And so he was like, okay, all right. And so then she go on and leave. It's pouring down rain and stuff like that, child. And then we see her open up the gun. She really had a bullet in it. I said, oh, so this bitch high key crazy, child. And then we see murder in the booth. I said, Lord, what he finna rap about? Please don't rap up. Don't out yourself. Please, murder. You finna make it big and stuff. And you in the... No, they ain't ready for you. They ain't ready for your murder. I know this 2022, but they ain't ready for you, baby. They ain't ready, baby. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode down there in them comments. If you ended up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. All right, y'all. Until next time, peace.